everybody, welcome to the live stream. I'm Tisa Blackburn and I'm your Acrylic Diva. We are going to talk about great gifts for artists today, and we'll do a little digital painting on the iPad. We'll look at some traditional art supplies as well as some not so traditional art supplies, some digital stuff. So I am live on Amazon, and scrolling right below me is the link to join the live stream on Amazon. If you are watching me on YouTube or Facebook, jump over there. You can also watch right here on YouTube and Facebook, that's just fine. I might not see your chat as much if you were on the Amazon page with me, but I will sure try to grab that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can find that. There it is right there. Okay, I think I've got that up. So, I haven't done a whole lot of live streaming on multiple platforms, so I'm just kind of getting the feel of it. So bear with me if there are some issues. All right, be sure that you put your questions in the chat box, in the Amazon Live chat box, or if you're over on Facebook. I'm going to try and grab that Facebook page right now. Let's see if I can do that. Can I multitask? That's the question, right? Can I multitask? Can she multitask? We'll find out, right? We'll find out in just a minute. I'm going to put the, hopefully, I'm going to put the Facebook chat right up there so I can see it. All right. Okay, there we go. Looks like I might be able to see that. So if you have questions about any of the tech that I'm using to come to you live, I am going to be teaching a class all about teaching online and doing all kinds of tech stuff. So if you have questions about that, pop those in the chat box as well. I think we're doing okay. I think we might actually be able to see chat. Who knows? We'll work it out. And you know that you can always get me and ask me questions. I'm all over the internet, so I'm not hard to find. Really, I'm not. If you guys need me for questions about acrylic painting, digital painting on the iPad in Procreate, you know where to find me, okay? All right, let's jump right in. First things first, go to if you're on Amazon with me, take a look at your carousel. I'm going to put a couple of things in your carousel right now, and I hope you're able to see those. I'm going to grab those and put them over here. All right. First things up, we're going to talk about the 2021 iPad with the M1 chip. That's the iPad Pro. That is 12.9 inches. A lot of real estate there. You got a lot of stuff to look at when you have that big iPad. You can really get a lot of stuff done. Of course, you can use Procreate on any of the iPads that are out now. But if you have a little bit older iPad, you can also use Procreate, and there's a workaround for that. You'll see that over on my website. Okay, let's jump into the carousel and take a look at that 2021 iPad. Let's go over there. Let me grab it and put it up on the screen for you. Now this is the one that I am actually demonstrating on today, and I'm just gonna make the page so you can see it over on the Amazon page. There we go. Okay, so this is the one that I'm going to demonstrate on today, the 2021 Apple iPad Pro, 12.9 inch. Here's mine. If you look at mine, this is mine right here, and and there's my paintbrush, which I don't need for the iPad, oddly enough, but we'll be talking about that paintbrush later. But as far as the specifications on this one go, I want you to just pay attention to the size and also the amount of storage that you have there. So you don't need as much storage as you think you do. I'm just putting my phone on Do Not Disturb while we're here on Amazon Live. I always forget to do that, and then I get some weird phone call in the middle of the thing here, which will totally disrupt everything. Okay, let's just do that real quick. Cool. All right, now we're back. The amount of storage that you need Really depends on what you plan to do. If you're going to do big files and you're going to send them out to be printed, really big, like for instance, look behind me here. This canvas behind me is 36 by 36 inches. So on my iPad Pro, I have 1 terabyte of storage, and I have done maybe 3, 4, 500 paintings on that, and I haven't even got to the halfway mark in using up the memory, okay? So why am I telling you what size this canvas is? Well, because I have done digital paintings on my iPad that are 27 inches square. This is 36 inches square. So that's only 4.5 inches on either side. That's only 4.5 inches, 9 inches total, smaller than this big painting that I've done on my iPad, and I've done a bunch of those, and I have not even hit the halfway mark on using up the memory, on the storage. So bear that in mind. You don't need as much as you think you do, and you can also upload stuff to the cloud and save yourself storage that way as well, back up to the cloud, all that kind of stuff. So let's look at the specifications again on this, and where you want to spend the money is you really want to spend the money in the size of the iPad, 12.9 inch M1 chip, get you speed, get you fast. You can go between applications really fast, get you bigger files than a smaller iPad, and of course the more storage you have, the bigger the files you can have. But honestly, you can get a lot done, and you don't have to have 2 terabytes, okay? So one thing I would say though, when I bring this up all the time, I would say that if you're going to opt for just Wi-Fi, you might want to think about Wi-Fi and cellular, because first of all, uploading to the cloud, number one, if you're out someplace without Wi-Fi and you want to upload to the cloud, or you want to email somebody an image that you just did and you don't have Wi-Fi, then you need cellular to do that. So that's one of the things I would say that's important to get that kind of dual capability. And so I have a great little story about that. I was at Yellowstone National Park. This was, 4 or 5 years ago. I was at Yellowstone National Park, literally over by Old Faithful, and got a phone call from, I literally got a phone call, like, hello, not a text, a phone call. And got a phone call from an art consultant that I work with back in Atlanta, and she said, hey, listen, we're doing a hotel in San Francisco, of all things. We're doing a hotel in San Francisco. I need some images, and I need them right away. And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. So I sat down on a log. I'm not kidding you. I sat down on a log. I had cellular reception, of course. Sat down on a log, pulled up the images from Dropbox, because I always have everything go to Dropbox, and sent them off to her. And that's a long way of saying that, I got the gig, and I got it because I was able, I was using cellular data. So there you go. That's a funny cellular data story, right? So let's go back to the Amazon page and take a quick look at the specs on this baby. Now, you're going to save $100 on this right now today, and I always make sure to say today, because this could change. The price could change. This is a live stream. I'm live. I'm not Memorex. I'm live. And so this price could change. So bear that in mind. We do have Black Friday coming up. I have no idea what's going to go on sale. Couldn't tell you. But just bear that in mind, that the price could change tomorrow. It could be completely different. So this is the one that I'm using. And let's just scroll down. Take a look at, you've got the M1 chip, of course, in this one. The Retina display is amazing. I can tell you that firsthand. It's gorgeous and amazing. Amazing camera on this. I swear, Steven Spielberg could shoot a movie with this thing. I swear. It's crazy. And then Thunderbolt connections, which are fast. All right? Okay. So that's the scoop, that's the specs on that. And then of course, if you're on that page, you can go down and look at all the fun, cool things that are happening with the iPad. Now, that's all great and wonderful, and we're all techie and yada, yada, yada. But what about the fun stuff you can do in Procreate with the M1 chip? That's what we really want to know about, right? So let's go to the iPad screen. Here we are. This is my iPad. This is the home screen. And Procreate just came out with the 5.2 update, a couple of weeks ago maybe? Has it been a month? I don't think it's been a month. Anyway, there's some fun stuff happening that you can do now on the iPad Pro with the M1 chip because of this amazing update. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the 3D painting, because that's going to blow your mind. Hi Evans family, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm hoping we're going to get through this live stream without any weird audio noise, because I've been checking the internet thing all day long and haven't had a single blip. So hopefully we won't have any weird Darth Vader voices. You guys let me know if I start to sound like Darth Vader or some kind of robot, okay? Because I can change microphones. All right, so 3D. Let's look at this. First of all, before I do that, just taking a look at the iPad, just the iPad screen itself, you're going to see that there's no home button. And so you're going to move around with gestures. So you're going to go from page to page with gestures like that. You're going to be able to use two apps at the same time. So like, for instance, I'm going to open Procreate, and then I'm going to scroll up a little bit, and I'm going to grab music and pull it over here. And so now I can have music and Procreate open at the same time. If I want the music to be smaller, I can just slide that little bar. And if I want one of them to go away, I can just slide it like that and it'll go away. Scroll up to my dock and open Procreate again. And Procreate is that little black box with a brush stroke on it. Tap that. And it's going to open up to the gallery, because that's where I left off. It always opens up to the gallery. And I'm going to grab my pencil, and we're going to take a look at the 3D models. Now, if you have not downloaded the update for Procreate, let's just go into an artwork here. We'll go into that, and then tap the actions, which is the one that looks like a wrench, and then tap help. And that is going to give you the option to tap on what's new. Tap on what's new, and then you can download the model pack for the 3D models. You download that here. Make sure you are either hardwired to the Ethernet or that you've got a strong broadband signal, because those are big files when they download, okay? And you don't want to have your internet break down in the middle of that, okay? So you can download the model pack, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. Then you can look at 3D painting. We'll do a little bit of that. Also, the accessibility options are amazing. The updates they've done with the accessibility, I love it. And then the lots of stuff you can do. For instance, you can import a PDF. This is going to be great for people who are doing things like comics, graphic comics. You can import a PDF and it'll come in page by page, and then you can work on it just like you would if you were working on cells of a comic. Okay, so there you go. They're showing that right there. That's actually showing the import from the PDF. Okay, and there's a ton more stuff in there, but the main thing everybody wants to play with is the 3D painting, and it's super fun. So we're going to go back to gallery, and I'm going to tap on, I have all my 3D models in one stack here, so I'm going to tap on that. And I've got a ceramic vase here that I did the other day. I'm going to clear this. I thought I'd clear it first, but let's clear it. Let's just clear, whoops, vase and clear. Yeah, there we go. Okay, So this is the 3D model for the ceramic vase, and you can see here, these are just gestures that I'm using, and I'm just rolling around looking at the 3D vase. I'm going to paint it now. So I go to my brush right here, and I'm going to use a regular painting brush, like, let's use gouache. We'll use that, and turquoise is fine. And on the left hand side is the size of your brush, and this is the opacity. You like the color of my top? Thanks, Evans family. I got it just to match my lipstick. That's one of my favorite colors, kind of a purpley fuchsia. Thank you. Okay, so on the brush, the top slider is the size, the bottom slider is the opacity. I'm going to leave it at 100%. Let's see how big that is. That's okay, because it's just going to paint on the object. It's not going to paint anywhere else. But because it's a 3D object, we have to roll it around and make sure we get all the sides. So let's paint the whole thing. Paint the whole thing. And it's just like painting a real object. You've got to make sure you don't miss any spots. Turn it around. Looks like I got everything. Let's look at the bottom. I missed the bottom. Let's get the bottom. Okay, what else? Did I miss any other spots? You can also paint the inside, if you want to. Oh, I missed some stuff on top. Okay. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now, let's make it shiny. Let's go to our layers, and we've got that layer 1. Tap on the little 3D box there. We did color. Let's do roughness, and I'm going to leave it in white. I always get roughness and metallic mixed up, so I can never remember if one's supposed to be white and one's supposed to be black. But we'll see here in a minute. You'll see. It doesn't matter. You can just fiddle with it, and you'll figure it out. So that's roughness. Let's go to metallic. I think metallic has to be black. Is that right? No, of course not. Let's try white. There we go. Okay, so see, that has put down a metallic layer. Now I've got to go back to roughness, which I think I did roughness in white. So I think I have to do roughness in black to make it real shiny. Yeah, there we go. I always do it wrong. If I remember white, then it should be black. If I remember black, it should be white. It doesn't matter. You just figure it out as you go. Let's do all the way around, because see, I've only got shiny metallic on one side. So I've got that. Let's go here and go back to white. Is it white? No, it's black, Tisa, of course. I always try to make it the opposite of what it's supposed to be. So let's go back to metallic now. And I think metallic's supposed to be white. Yeah, see? I don't know, it's just the black and white thing just throws me. There we go. So just make sure you get all of the areas. Go here. Is it black or white? We'll do the wrong one for sure, at least once. Okay, I'll just keep doing this real quick. I just want to do it real quick. I'm doing a sloppy job, but you guys do a good one. And we'll do metallic, and is it white or black? Doesn't seem to matter. Okay. All right, so I've got a shiny vase now, a three-dimensional vase. Looks like I missed some stuff on the bottom here, but I'm not going to play with that. You get the general idea. Now here's the cool part of this. This is what I think is so mind-blowing. I'm going to put this in virtual reality. So if I go back over here to my actions and I go to the 3D menu and I say view in AR, view in augmented reality, you're going to see my desk pop up, the one that I'm working on right now, and you're going to see my little, my little plant, my little fake plant here. I'm going to put that right there so you get a feel for what's really going on here. So I'm going to tip up my iPad. You're going to be able to see, you can see the screen of my iPad, right? I'm going to tap the view in AR, and in a minute it's preparing the model. In a minute, that's going to pop up. There's my little fake plant. In a minute, that's going to pop up. Where is it? Where are you? Didn't pop up yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there is my 3D vase that I just painted in Procreate sitting on my desk, which is not real. So mind-blowing, right? Kind of mind-blowing. So here's the deal. That I did one the other day, and I put it on my desk with my book over there in the corner. And so you can see this has got a lot of possibilities. This is going to be huge. The model packs that you get with the upgrade are here. You get a skateboard, a soda can. Let's open the soda can. Open. So I don't know why the soda can is so small. But there's all kinds of things you can do, and you're not limited to just those three-dimensional objects. You can also import from other apps. And one of the apps that I haven't had a chance to play with this, but one of the apps that I've been hearing about is called Forger. And so you'll be able to model in 3D in Forger and then import it into Procreate, as far as I know. I haven't tried it yet, but it's definitely going to be happening. So there you go. That's a little bit about just the tip of the iceberg with the Procreate update on the iPad Pro. That is the 2021 iPad Pro that I'm working on, and of course it's got the M1 chip, which makes it fast, and I can do really big files on that too. So let's look at that iPad page, the Amazon page again. With that iPad, that's your 2021 Apple iPad Pro with the M1 chip. Different amounts of storage that you can get there, and like I said earlier, you can always upload things to the cloud, so you may not need as much storage as you think you do. So that's the scoop on Procreate on the iPad. Now I've also got in your carousel, I've got the Apple Pencil highlighted right now. And I am kind of crazy for the Apple Pencil because I'm a professional artist, and that's what I do. And I want tools that actually work. So I often talk to people about the idea of getting the difference between getting a cheap stylus that doesn't do the job and an Apple Pencil that really does do the job. And I've done a number of live streams about that. But if you are thinking of skimping on the stylus, you know what, I think that's kind of like if you're getting the iPad Pro and you're getting the 12.9 inch and you've got the M1 chip and all this other stuff, and then you get a cheap stylus. So that's kind of like having a Ferrari and pulling it with a horse. I mean, why would you do that, right? So think about that. Don't, what are you going to say, $40? Pay attention to your tools, and honestly, the Apple Pencil will serve you well. It'll blow your mind. If you haven't used one, it will blow your mind. They are amazing. That's all I can say about that. Okay? What's next? Next, we're going to jump into analog art, just to keep you guessing. We're going to jump into analog art. I am going to pull up some traditional art supplies here for you. And let's first look at some watercolor stuff. So the first thing I want you to take a look at is the artist tiles that I have here. And let me just get that in a little closer for you so you can actually see what I'm talking about. There we go. We'll go a little bit brighter too. It's a little dark. Okay, so these are the Strathmore artist tiles. These are highlighted. I think I highlighted those in your carousel. I use these with Core Watercolor. I love the Core Watercolor. It's right next to the Strathmore. I'll highlight that. The Core Watercolor and the Strathmore are a match made in heaven. They really are. The Strathmore artist tiles, especially this size, this is the 6x6 size. It's 140 pounds. And you see I was doing a little demo the other day for someone about graphic about a water-soluble graphite. But the thing I like about these is they are very durable, and you can do great little watercolors on them. They don't buckle, and the nice thing is that it's only glued on the top side, and so you don't have that horrible thing where you're trying to get 4 sides off of the watercolor block and you end up losing half the watercolor block. I always lose at least 2 sheets when I do that. You know, I'm trying to get the 4 sides off and I always end up tearing a couple of pieces of paper. So that's frustrating. The core watercolor, this is what these are done in. The core watercolor is just this gorgeous, highly pigmented watercolor. It's gorgeous and beautiful. Hi, Emma Wellington. How are you? Hello from Northern California. Emma's in the house. Good to see ya, Emma. And you know, by the way, before I forget, if you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you hit that follow button, because Amazon is now going to give out notifications when the people that you follow are going live. So that's super cool, right? And also, I give away something every month. So just go to that link that's scrolling below me, and you will be given the instructions on how to enter the contest. You can win a free class in my online school this month. So get over there and make sure you get that follow and do that follow button and all that good stuff. Oh no, Emma's got a broken kneecap. Oh my God. That sounds really painful. Well, you know what that means? That means you need to like hang out with us on Amazon Live and do a little drawing, and I'm going to show you some really cool pins to work with so that you don't drip all over. You know, if you're laying in bed with your knee up or something, you can do a bunch of fun stuff and it won't drip all over the place. See, that's helpful, right? But before we do that, before we get to that, let's look at these watercolors from Core Watercolor. They are so delicious. I love these. I love the little pack too, because it's really handy and it's easy to travel with it. Look at that. Isn't that cute? You've got your entire color chart here of all the colors that you can get. Then you've got the wonderful little half pan set with a built-in palette. Oh my gosh, how easy is that? And then you've got this great little piece of paper so you can make yourself a little color chart of your colors here. Because you know, it's some of the dark colors, it might look like they're the same color. So you make yourself a little color chart there, right? Yeah, and so this is how the most beautiful, pretty watercolor set looks when it's brand new, right? And then this is what it looks like after Tisa uses it. Ta-da! I do love this set. I love this set, I gotta tell you, it's great. So super yummy, and if you take the artist tiles, the watercolor, and the Princeton Aqua Elite brush, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna highlight this Aqua Elite. You know what? This is a beautiful brush. This brush is animal friendly. It is not real Kolinsky. I'm gonna do, you know what? Let's do a little, I'm gonna do a little demo for you on this brush. Because, I'm way over here, you probably can't hear me. Because it is animal friendly, and I honestly have a hard time telling it apart from a real Kolinsky. That's how good it is. And look at the price of this thing. Today it is $14.52. Okay, you could go and get a real sable brush, sable watercolor brush, and spend $150 on it, or even $100, and then be terrified to use it, right? Because you might mess it up, you might ruin it. So here's a less than $15 brush, and I have been painting for a long time, you guys, and I am not kidding you. It's really hard to tell the difference between this and a actual Kolinsky. So I want to show you a couple things. Let's do this. Maria Lewis, excuse me, hi. Is a great way, watercolor is a great way to get the kids busy with the family, especially during the winter time. Absolutely, and snow days. Okay, snow days. So I take it you're not in California. Or if you are you in Tahoe maybe? I don't know. Where's it snowing? Where are you, Maria? Make sure you hit that follow button too, because I'm giving classes away this month, and some of them are great. Well, all of them are great for kids. You and the kids could sit down and do watercolors and stuff. That would be awesome. So yeah, it is a really, really good way to work with the kids. And the other thing about watercolor is it's not like acrylic paint or craft paint or glue and glitter. Who thought that was a good idea? I'm still getting glitter off the kitchen table. Seriously. Who thought glue and glitter was a good thing to give kids? No, watercolor, you guys. Watercolor. It doesn't, your clothes, it'll wash out of your clothes. It'll wipe up off the floor. It'll wipe off the table. It's good for kids, right? Oh, you're in Connecticut, Maria? Oh, yeah. You guys get snow. I don't know anything about snow days. I'm a California girl. All I know about snow days is what I watch on TV. Yeah, I have flip-flops on. It's 75 degrees here, okay? I'm 10 minutes from the beach. Oh. So check this brush out. This is a really wonderful brush. I'm gonna just load the brush with water, get a little of that juicy, oh look at that, quinacridone magenta, same color as my shirt. And look at this. Oh, isn't that delicious, you guys? Look, pretty. Oh my gosh, how pretty is that? Oh, we love that. Now, this brush is so great. Look at all the big shape you can put down here. Look at that big shape. Now watch this. Where's my paper towel? I lost my paper towel. Here it is. Now watch this. I am going to bring that back to a point. Look at the point on that. Now I'm going to go back into that quin magenta. And look at this. I can do a little detail work if I want to. Look at that. I'm going to put a tiny bit of water on my brush. It's a little bit dry. Look at that. Now that is what you want a brush to do. You want this big area of color like this, but you also want it to do some detail work, right? So, beautiful brush, beautiful brush. Animal friendly. No animals, no Kolinsky. It's synthetic hair. And honestly, I can't tell the difference between this and a Russian sable. I swear I can't. And it's about 1/10 the price. Okay? So that's all kind of good stuff, right? I love these brushes. Not only that, the fellow that owns the company, I've met him at a Golden conference years ago. Nice guy. And so, you know, you want to support that kind of company. I like them. Okay. That's a little bit about the Princeton and the Strathmore artist tiles, and a little bit about the core watercolor. Now this is the core mini half pan set. I had that highlighted a minute ago, but I'm also going to highlight, there are some other core sets. Let me scroll over here and find them. Where did I put them? I probably put them all the way at the end. Okay, here they are. So there are a couple of other core watercolor sets that you might find that are a little more reasonable price-wise. They're a little less expensive. And, you know, here's the thing about these core watercolors. They are really beautiful. They're heavily pigmented, and they're not craft paint. So your work's going to look really good. Even if you're working with the kids, you know, why should the kids use not great paint? You know, have them use really good paint. And then when you put it in a frame and send it to grandma, she's going to be blown away, and it won't fade. You know, the cheap paints will fade, or they'll crumble, or they don't look great, and 6 months from now, these aren't going to do that. So this particular set, this is the introductory 6 set, and I think that is this one, the introductory 6 set, and these come with that great palette. Whoops, my fingers don't want to work. There. They come with that wonderful palette on the side, which is great. And then these come with the tube paints. And that's a lot of paint. These 5 mils, that's going to last a long time. So there you go. That's a couple of different core options for you. And then of course you can always get the big core 24 set, which I don't think I have that in there, do I? Maybe it's that one. The big 24 set, and this has a lot of paint. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then a nice big palette to work on. So there you go. That's gonna be super yummy and wonderful to play with the kids. Yeah, that's a great idea. Snow days. Who knew snow days? We don't have snow days here. We have let's go to the beach days, right? That's about all we have. Okay, we are rocking along here. Let's see, do we have any questions? While I have this overhead camera on, I'm going to pull this up. This is the Golden Color Mixing, Modern Theory Color Mixing set right here. And let me tell you, if you are painting and you want to get control over color, this is the set you want. This is the set you want. Let's take a look at it on the Amazon page. Let's put that up there for you. It's got 8 tubes of paint, and they're the modern colors, and you will get just about every color you can imagine to mix. With these, you can make anything you can see. It's a really, really good set. Let me show you what's inside. My phone out of the way. Let me show you what's inside. You've got, let's turn it around here, quinacridone magenta, which matches my shirt. Naphthol red light, a warm and a cool red, that's important. Phthalo blue and phthalo green, very strong pigments. Benzimidazzolone yellow medium and benzimidazzolone yellow light. Dioxazine purple and titanium white. Whoops. Let me get my fingers to work here. And titanium white. With these 8 tubes, you also get the Color Mixing Modern Theory Guide, which is amazing. Look at this. You get all this information. You get the recipes on how to mix just about everything you can think of. It's a pretty good set, and I can't imagine that you would need a color that you can't make from this set. So if you look back in some of my live streams, you'll see that I've done color mixing with this set, and you can really get a lot of mileage out of it. 8 tubes that are 2 fluid ounces, and today it is $74. And listen, if you buy those tubes individually, it's going to be a lot more than that, okay? So there you go. That is the Color Mixing Modern Theory set. It's a really, really good set. Get a lot of mileage out of that. Okay, it's time for me to take a little sip of my drink here. And let's talk about markers. I think I've got some markers here in the carousel. The acrylic paint pens, excuse me, I was skeptical, I was pretty skeptical about using acrylic paint pens, thinking, that's a little too crafty for me. But you know what? I fell in love with them. Fell in love with these. Love these. These 2 sets are both from Artistro, and I am crazy about them. So let's look at that on the Amazon page, because they have a bunch of fun stuff. Okay, So this particular one that we're looking at is on the Amazon page. Are we on the Amazon page? There we are. We are now. This is the 15 set right here, and this is the fine tip. And these are wonderful. I like them so much. And you know, I love them because they don't leak. Ugh. So here, I'm gonna show you a little bit about these here. Shake them, and then let's draw. Shake them, and then sometimes if you haven't used them, you might want to prime them. This one's been used pretty regularly. So you can see, you can get a really nice line with these. They really are fun to use. I really like using them. And I go on and on about this and people think I'm crazy, but the design of the box really did it for me, because you know, you can just grab a handful, and then when you're done, you just stick them in there and slide them back in the lid and put them in the bookcase, and you're done. There's not a whole bunch of fiddly cleaning up that you have to do. Makes me crazy when it's like the lids don't fit or you have to put them back a certain way. Ugh, I can't be bothered. So there you go. That's the acrylic paint markers. They come with 2 extra nibs, which is very nice. There's also a little QR code here for a free ebook with ideas. This is the founder here, woman-owned. That's great. And then more information that you can take a look at. They come in a bunch of different sizes and sets, and they also have canvas, and they also have these really fun, which I'm thinking about doing with the family. They also have these really fun wood slices that you can make ornaments with. So let's look at their Amazon page. There's their Amazon page. Let's go to the Artistro store here on Amazon, and look, you can do all kinds of fun stuff. And this is a great thing you could do with the kids, right? So, for instance, let's go down here to here are the wood slices that you can buy and draw right on the wood slices with the pens. And by the way, I'm going to put this in the chat box. If you use my code, you will save some additional money. That's the code right there, Acrylic Diva, all one word. And that will save you some additional money when you purchase from the Artistro store there. It's right here on Amazon. So lots of fun stuff. You can do rocks, you can do wood slices. Can you imagine, get a whole bunch of wood slices, get some paint pens, and everybody sit around the Thanksgiving table and make Christmas ornaments for the tree instead of watching football? All right? That would be so much more fun, I think, okay? All right, so that's the paint markers right there. And let's see, what have I forgotten? We did watercolors. Oh, you know what? I want to just jump back to digital stuff for a minute, because I want to show you a couple of things. This particular iPad Pro, just like the one that I use, is refurbished, renewed from Amazon. And look at the price on that, $479. Now you can do Procreate on this and get all the bells and whistles, and look at the price. Not too shabby, okay? Also, Amazon is giving you a payment plan on that, and you get a guarantee. Whenever you do anything that's renewed or refurbished from Amazon, you get a guarantee. So scroll down here, take a look at, whoops, I lost my place. Did I make you dizzy? Scroll too fast. There is Amazon Renewed right there. That's all the information. Whenever you get a renewed product from Amazon, just scroll down to the bottom of the page and you'll get all that information about the guarantee and the warranty and all that good stuff, okay? It's a great way to get into an iPad and start making digital art, and you don't have to mortgage the farm to do it. Okay? All right. Questions about that? Before I leave the whole idea of the iPad, let's take a look at one of my favorite little iPad cases. I'll put it back up on the screen for you. Let me grab the real one right here. I love this little case. This is a really sweet little case that I got, even though I have a big fancy Zugu case, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Even though I have the fancy Zugu protective case for my iPad, I still like to slide it into this before I put it in a suitcase or before I, throw it in the car or something like that. Just extra protection. Look at this, is only it's $13.99, right? And it really is a nice little padded case. Let's come out a little bit so you can see it properly. It's a nice little padded case. Not fancy, it's nothing fancy. It's just cute and nice padding. Got these nice big thick sides. A couple of pockets in the front. Nothing fancy, it just does the job, and it's cute, it looks good. So there you go. That is the laptop sleeve. Your 13-inch MacBook will fit in there too. Your smaller MacBooks will fit, or your MacBook Air, your Mac Air will fit in there. Okay? All right. That's that. Let's see if I've forgotten anything else. I told Emma, hi Ryland Harden, how are ya? What's new? Well, Procreate has all kinds of new stuff. We just went through all that. But Emma, if Emma is still here, I don't know if you're still here or not, Emma, but if you are, here's what I want to show you to help you with your recovery of your knee so that you have stuff you can do and it's easy and you don't have to worry about it. So let's go to the overhead camera. Come in a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. Whoops, at least I think I will. There we go. So these are the Strathmore Artist Tiles. I'm going to highlight the Sakura Pigma pens first. Those are in your carousel right now. I love these Pigma pens. Oh man, I have a whole bunch of them. I love these. They're great for doing things like Zentangle, and this Strathmore Artist Tiles is great for that because this particular one, the Bristol, has a really smooth surface, so it takes a really fine line like these Pigma pens. So make sure if you're going to do Zentangle with the Pigma pens, make sure you get the Bristol Artist Tiles, the ones that are highlighted right now. And oh good Emma, good, you're still here. Okay, so this is just for Emma because she's laid up with a bum knee. Poor thing, ow, ow, ow. That sounds awful. So here's what you can do while you're watching TV and all the good stuff on Netflix and the holiday movies and all that good stuff. You just get yourself a little pad of Strathmore Artist Tiles. You get yourself a set of Pigma Micron pens. These are fade proof and waterproof. And then you just draw. And you don't have to draw anything. You do not have to be Michelangelo, trust me. Let me show you some little stuff I've done. Okay, and these are just fun. These are just fun things you can do. So, see that right there? That's not hard. That's just a little bit of watercolor right there. And then I just really took my Pigma and I just started playing. I just play. Basically, listen, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I've been a professional artist for 4 decades. OMG. That's a long time. I've been a professional artist for 4 decades, and you know what? You know what professional artists do? You know what we do? We just play. We just play. And we just go, well, I wonder what it would look like if I did this. What would it look like if I did some watercolor and then I drew around it with the Pigma Micron pen? Would I like it? I don't know. Let's do it and see. So just play, you guys. Don't make it hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Let's do some. Okay, I got my Princeton brush, my Aqua Elite. I've got a little bit of water, and I've got my watercolors. And you know, I am actually, I was going to do this with marker, but you know what? I'll do it with watercolor. Yes, Emma, yes. Watercolor will work on the Bristol. I'm about to do it right now. Right now, girlfriend. I got you. I got you. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to give you stuff to do while you're healing up, you know? Because we want you to get well and be creative and have fun. So let's just take a tiny bit of water, not too wet. Let's take a little of my favorite Quin Magenta. I'm just going to put a little bit of that out there, like so. And then let's take a tiny bit of yellow for flavor. Just a little bit of yellow. And let's just blend it right in there and make it pretty, right? That's all. That's all we're doing. Okay, that's it. That's just how hard that is, okay? You guys can all do that. Everybody watching me can do that. I promise you, okay? Now, that's going to dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to grab my Pigma Micron, and I like the number 8. I just happen to be fond of that one. And I am going to just start over here. This is going to have to dry. Wait until that dries to draw on top of it, okay? But you can certainly start around the edges. So I'm just going to start drawing lines and more lines. I'm just playing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just playing. Just draw. And pretty soon, you're going to have areas that you can fill in and make designs with and do a little Zentangle, right? You're going to just play like that, and pretty soon it's going to look like that, right? Now you can maybe you put a quote here. What should we put right here? Let's put something there. Oh, I know what let's do. Let's do a little Christmas thing. Let's do a holiday thing. We're going to go peace. Oops, this pen. I think I got paint on this pen. Peace, joy, love. Okay, now, can you see that? I did it kind of tiny. There. And then you could come back and put some color in right here. Now, would your grandmother or your auntie or your best friend or whomever love that in a frame? Yes. The answer to that is yes. You know they would, right? So that is a little handmade Christmas present, holiday present, birthday gift that you can make, and someone's going to just treasure that. And it's not hard, you guys. It's not hard at all, right? Okay. Is that going to help, Emma? Oh, awesome, Emma. Cool beans. Cool beans. I love it. She's got stuff. She's going to be able to do stuff. Keep herself occupied and heal up that knee, girlfriend. Heal that up. Okay? All right. Good stuff. And Emma, you know where I am, so you can always shoot me emails if you get stuck in the weeds or something with watercolor or whatever. You guys know where I am. You can see that scrolling underneath there. You guys know where I am, okay? Okay. Let's see, what else do we need? What else do we need? Oh, okay, so now if you want to branch out a little bit, you want to do a little bit bigger stuff, let's look at the Strathmore Mixed Media Pad. This one, I'm going to have to come out because this is a bigger pad. This one's 9 by 12, isn't it? Yeah, it's 9 by 12. So this one, this is good if you want to do things like collage, you want to do a little bit heavier application with paint. This behaves more like a board. Can you hear that? You can probably hear that. So far today we haven't had any weird sound, awesome weirdness so far. I shouldn't say awesome weirdness. I should say sound weirdness. I've got tangled up in my cords. Hang on, guys. I'm a little tangled up. There, okay. A little bit tangled up. So far we haven't had any strange sound noises. Ugh, keeping my fingers crossed. If I start to sound like a robot, somebody let me know, okay? All right, so this is the mixed media, Strathmore mixed media pad. I've been using Strathmore products since I was in college. Actually, probably before I was in college, and you know, that's been a long time ago. So, don't ask me when that was, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, so the mixed media pad, this has watercolor, markers, pen and ink, and see it's really nice on the back. It's not wobbly, doesn't wobble on you. So that's good, and it's a little bit larger and a little bit heftier. So you could do things like collage papers to this, collage fabrics. You could even collage a little bit heavier weight items to this with gels and glues and things like that, and it will hold up, okay? That's why I like to show this particular mixed media pad, because it's different than the Strathmore, the Canson mixed media pad here. This is more like a sketchbook. Let me put that. I like to do the comparison with these two because people want to do different stuff. So let me try to find that one. Where'd it go? I know it's here somewhere. Or maybe not. Maybe it isn't. I didn't put it in here. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Where did that come from? I'm nowhere near a tree. I'm just trying to find the Canson pad and it's not coming up. Thank you, Evans. Oh, I'm only 21. Oh, bless your heart. 21 times 3, baby. 21 times 3. Yeah. You flatter me, but bring it on. I love it. Yeah, I don't mind that. You can flatter me all day long. For some reason, I don't see the Canson mixed media pad in the carousel, and I always have it there. But this is more of it's a lighter weight paper. It's only 98 pounds. There are 60 pages in the pad, so it's really good to just do stuff, right? You can get a lot of stuff done on it. And, you know, I do stuff with the middle school kids. I teach a middle school class. And, you know, this has got a lot of paint on it. This is really lots of black paint. And now you can see, if I flip it over to the back side, you can see the marker came through, but it's not wobbly. It's nice and flat. So it's good paper. I like the Canson mixed media pad just for an everyday kind of do everything kind of pad. It's a good one. And it says right here on the cover that they've been making paper since 1557. So they know stuff. They know things about paper. All right. Okay, what am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? I'm just looking at, oh, I forgot the Zugu pad. I got to tell you guys about the Zugu pad. Oh my gosh. The Zugu pad. If you have an iPad and you don't have a Zugu cover, why not? Why don't you have a Zugu case? So here's my Zugu case. And of course it's purple. You know, everything in my life is either purple or pink. I'm reclaiming pink. I want pink to be a strong color. Pink and purple. So here's the Zugu case. I've got it highlighted for you. These are fabulous cases. If you spend the money on an iPad, you need to protect the doggone thing, right? And so these cases have this wonderful kind of slots on them. These different slots here, 10 of them. They're magnetic, and so that means that you can put the case at 10 different angles. You know, super handy. And they're magnetic, so they stay put. Then also, it has the automatic cover, so it automatically puts your iPad to sleep. You don't have to worry about your iPad staying awake all night and it, you know, the cover not closing properly and your iPad kind of being draining battery or whatever. Then it has this really nice holder for your pencil. and that keeps your pencil from rolling off. You know, I've had other cases where it didn't have this edge along the top, and the pencil would just roll off, and I'd find it on the floor, under the bed, you know, all kinds of stuff. So that's really handy. I like that. I like that a lot. Also, let's take a look at the Amazon page for the Zugu case, because they're pretty snazzy, y'all. They are pretty snazzy, I gotta say. And they come in some delicious colors. So here it is in red. Ooh, red. Fire engine red, cherry red, okay. Pretty, gorgeous, right? And you know, I'm all about function. It's great when things function well. You know, I was talking about the paint pens and the case that they come in and stuff. I so appreciate good design when it comes to things like caps on paint and pens and things like that, and brushes, and you know, making sure that they function well, but also they're beautiful. And that's just a doubly good thing, in my opinion. So if someone takes the time to create a product that really works well and is beautiful, they get my vote. Why not? They put that extra little bit in there, you know. So here you go. You've got purple, berry purple. We knew Tisa was going to get a berry purple one, right? Of course. Berry purple. Red, cognac brown, which makes it sound super fancy. Cognac brown. Whoops. Cognac brown. I don't know where I went, but I just went somewhere. Cognac brown, and also this green. I'm not a big green fan. Green has never been like my color. I don't know why. I've never, you know, clocked to it for some reason. But it's a beautiful green. If you're going to get green, it's a good green. And then the pink, of course, and this pretty blue, really nice blue. And then, you know, basic black. Basic black for when you want to dress up. The thing about this case, though, I'm the girl who gets the brand new iPhone and does not leave the store until I put it in a case. Because honestly, I will drop it the minute I walk out the door. Why are my allergies acting up right now? Hold on, guys. I don't know why all of a sudden I haven't even been outside today. Well, I mean, obviously I've been outside. I got in a car to come to work, but still. Okay, so hopefully I'm not going to lose my voice. Or cough in your ear. Anyway, what I was going to say is the other thing I like about this case is it's sturdy. It's strong. And it has this really nice rubber grommet that goes all the way around. And it's sturdy. I mean, it takes you some effort to get that iPad in there, but that's what I want. I want it to be in there. I want it to be safe. And I feel like it's a really good, strong case for that, okay? So there's your Zugu case. And I think, you guys, unfortunately, I've gone through most everything in the carousel. There's a couple things I haven't hit, but I think I might be having to wrap it up for the simple reason that I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my voice. So I'm going to, hang on. I'm going to see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to say goodbye early. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's try one more. Let's try one more thing and see if I can not lose my voice. I wanted to show you my Italian painting knives. So let me let me find them. Here they are. And this might have to be it. So here are my Italian painting knives. They're in your carousel. And let's take a look at them. This is so silly. I'm going to lose my voice. A bag of Ricola. Oh, good. That's thank you, Emma. We'll help each other out. Oh. These are the Italian painting knives that are in your carousel, and I am so sorry, you guys. I am gonna have to stop the live stream because I am definitely losing my voice. All right. Take care. Thank you for joining me. I'm so sorry. I'm losing my voice, and I'm gonna have to stop. So be sure you come back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. and I'll be here, hopefully with my voice intact. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.